Question 5. Does it strengthen the unity between couples, or is it a source of tension? And I'm assuming, does interracial relationships strengthen the unity between couples? Again, it's not about the outside perspective. Your relationship is strengthened by what you put into your relationship. The love that you express to one another, the confidence, the loyalty, all of those things makes your relationship strong and decreases whatever tension there might be. There isn't tension, speaking of me personally, within my marriage, because my husband is confident in himself and I'm confident in mine, and we know that there are people who will just can only look at the outside and see Black, Asian, but that doesn't affect our marriage whatsoever. Question number 6 is, how would you tell someone to address those who disapprove? Family, close friends. My advice to you would be really sitting down with your family and, saying to them, do you love me? Because if your family cares about you and love you, they're going to want the best for you. And if the best for you is someone that just happens to be outside of your race, they should be accepting of that, or they should be willing to see who that individual is and understand why you love them so much. And I think that when people put that guard down in thinking that they only need to be with a certain specific race and they get to know someone, you'd be surprised at how that can open up your mindset to other things. So yeah, definitely if they're close friends and they have an issue with it, then they're really not your close friends. Close friends are going to be wanting the best for you regardless of what it is that you're going through in your life or whoever you are with in your life. They're going to want you to be happy. So if they're not happy for you, then I think you need to reevaluate what friends you have. Okay? So that is question 6. And stay tuned for part 2. Okay, ladies, so I'm back with part 2 of interracial relationships. And again, this is a request from my sister Karande. I have 2 more questions to answer for her. And the first question is, are there any potential hardships that can be faced in the workplace and corporate world because of obvious interracial relationships? I can only again speak for my own personal experience. I have not had any hardships whatsoever. Seeing that I do work for a corporate environment, I work in a law firm, and everyone there knows I have pictures of my husband on my table. When people come in, if he comes in and surprises me with flowers or something, so people have seen him, and I have never had anything to compromise that situation. If you're in a workplace or a corporate setting where interracial relationships affect you succeeding in any way, affect you, or in the terms of being uncomfortable, then you need to take that up with human resources, because that's discrimination. So, no, it has not affected me whatsoever. They look at me based on what my worth ethic is. If I succeed in my worth ethic, I move up. I have to, be disciplined, know what I'm doing in my workplace. My relationship with my husband is separate from that. Yes, attorneys and everyone will see my husband, get to know my husband, but that's still separate. And I think it's good to kind of keep that separate, and not have it be too intertwined, if that answers your question. Okay, the last question that we have is, are you, in a sense, setting your kids up for an automatic hard life full of confusion and decisions about their mixed heritage. I kind of answered the question in the previous part 1 of this video, but no, I'm not setting my kids up for hard life full of confusion by any means. You know, again, I think society can, and this might be somewhat of a negative, society can kind of put a stereotype on what people think, or they might see, you know, or someone might see one individual that might have had a hard time struggling with their identity, knowing who they are, and then they kind of lump that all together as all interracial people, all interracial mixed kids feel this way, and that's not true. It goes back to what your parents are instilling in you. If your parents are showing you you are loved by both cultures, you are loved by two people who love themselves so much that they made you. You know, God blessed them with you. You are a child of God. Regardless of what color, creed, whatever you are a child of God. And you have to know that and love yourself enough to know I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And in knowing that, there will be no hardship in life because of who you are. Hardship comes from other things, experiences that you might go through, you know. But if you're content and you're aware of who you are and knowing that you're beautiful and your parents are teaching you that, when you get older, who can tell you? Who can tell you, oh, your hair is kinky? No, sweetie, I actually have the best of both worlds. My hair is great. You know, it's that confidence. It's that love for yourself that you need to have. And I think everyone needs to have that love for themselves. Because if you don't love who you are, the pressures of this world will kind of get to you, you know? So parents, love on your kids, especially seeing that we're talking about interracial relationships. Love on your kids. Show them that they are beautiful. Teach them your culture, both cultures, so that they know who they are. That if an individual comes to them and say, oh, what are you mixed with? Oh, I'm Jamaican and I'm Korean. And they know what that is. So, and it's not even just saying, oh, I'm Jamaican and Korean, but you actually know your culture as well. So I'm going to stop rambling. Karande, thank you so much for choosing me to come on here and share with your class about interracial relationships. I hope that all the questions have been answered. I will post pictures all throughout the video just so that you can see my husband and, you know, kind of get a glimpse of our life. And it has been great, and I'm praying for health, peace, and joy through the rest of my journey with him. All right, take care, guys.